deal. So, I know almost nothing about all
Jack
these guys.
Houston is part of the Houston family. So he's the son of Danny Houston and nephew to Angelica Houston. Danny Houston was in, there's been many things. Houston.
Oh, he was
He's
an
been
American
quite
Hustler.
around a bit. Not English though. No, he is, really. Interesting. Yeah, I knew he was in Killing Darlings. It was a good movie.
I love that you keep saying not English. How many Bonds have been English?
Within the United Kingdom. Or George Lazenby, who's Australian.
I'm just saying, like,
And I understand
none of them
like,
are actually
a lot of
English.
our American superheroes are English now, from England and otherwise, Thor being Australian.
Everyone from The Walking Dead.
And, yes, Norman Reedus excluded. And we did throw Robert Downey Jr. Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah.
And traditionally very English character, so for him to be played by an American, I don't know. When I first heard that, I was like, yes, that makes sense, but at the same time, why are you throwing... And we threw Kevin Costner Robin Hood. Like, that's
Yeah.
not good casting. I want someone from the UK.
Okay.
Must be English, Scottish, Irish.
He kind of has a
Welsh.
decent look. I don't know.
Touch too young.
I don't know who this is. Matthias.
I just looked him up because I don't know who he is either, and he's French/Dutch and has done nothing I've seen.
Okay, so he's out. Damian Lewis.
I like him. He was in Dreamcatcher.
Yeah. I don't know that I'd pick him for Bond, though.
Bond villain.
Yeah.
He's on Homeland right now. He's doing really, really well.
Aiden Turner.
One of the dwarves in The Hobbit.
Okay.
It's a good pick, actually.
Okay.
I think he was the prettier one. The one who fell in love with
Ah, okay.
Evangeline Lilly.
That
I think it is.
not as bad.
Pretty sure.
Well, let's just take a look then. What's that? Oh, Kelly. Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that is who he was. I kind of don't like the curls. I'm not gonna lie. There's something about curls that just
Yeah, I'm seeing his
disagree
slick
with
back hair,
suave.
and while it's bearded, no. I'd much rather have, if we're going of the two, I'd rather have Richard Armitage.
No. Did it again.
I did.
I gotta quit doing that. Okay.
Sam Riley? No.
No, just a flat out no.
No.
Looks like a greasy haired teenager. In that
It is.
picture, at least.
It is.
Now, here's my number one. Here's my vote. I agree with this one. This is who I voted for. Andrew Lincoln. If you don't know Andrew Lincoln, he is currently on Walking Dead. He is Frank Grimes.
Rick Grimes.
Rick Grimes.
from The
Frank
Simpsons.
Grimes from The Simpsons. He is Rick Grimes.
Right.
And he's... Most people don't know that he's British.
Right.
Um,
Well, I first saw him in Love Actually years ago, and apparently, like, he has a very famous voice around England.
Mhm.
He does a lot of whatever ads,
Yep.
and so they all know his voice. I am okay with him. I like him as Bond.
It's hard to picture because the main thing we've seen him from is Walking Dead, where he's
He's
always
grizzly
just
and
grizzly
southern.
and southern and gritty. But if you ever see like behind the scenes stuff with him, and then when he goes to award shows,
Well-spoken.
he cleans up good. And
Right, this picture
even this
right
picture is
there.
perfect. Like he definitely has a good look to him. He's got the nice blue eyes. He's a good looking guy too.
Mhm.
I really like him for that. Plus, I know the intensity that he brings to The Walking Dead,
Yeah.
and I know how crazy funny he is behind camera. Like when the camera's not on,
Mhm.
he loves playing jokes and stuff. He's a very kind of funny guy. So I know that he has that side to him as well. So he's got a huge range.
I wonder if he like does the meme of himself. Coral.
Probably.
I really hope so.
Really.
And when
he's
he's ever
definitely-
talking to that kid, he's like, Coral.
Wouldn't surprise me at all. But
I
he's
hope
definitely
so.
my number one pick. Next one is Timothy Dalton, which is funny.
It's funny.
It's just funny that he's on there. Do you want to be Bond again? I'm like,
You know what? Why don't we throw him Bond? Just he will be Bond.
How old is he?
He's late 50s.
I mean, he was one of the later Bond because he was right before Brosnan.
46.
He's
So that's in
wow.
the 60s.
No, then
Closer to 70.
he's 70. This year he's 70. Yeah.
Already is 70.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's already 70. Sorry.
He doesn't look it.
I mean, that's not a current picture. That's from.
No, I know, but even from Hot Fuzz, he didn't look it. He kind of looks it there. Not really though. When was that?
I think that's him.
2010. Yeah, that is because Paul Bettany's over yonder.
Yeah, no, he's not Bond.
Could be a bad guy.
Yeah, he could be a bad guy. He's not Bond anymore. Like, sorry, buddy.
No one wants the 70-year-old Bond.
Nobody wants a 70-year-old Bond.
The reason we got rid of Roger Moore is because no one liked making out the 50-year-old Bond.
Yeah.
And they were all 20.
Yeah. Sorry. James Norton.
I don't know who that is.
I don't either. Looking
Looks
at
like
his,
Matt Smith, though, from Doctor Who.
kind of does. If you took Matt Smith and made him uglier,
Yes.
his eyes are too close together.
Wage.
Nah, I want to go.
I
and say
wanted
no.
Clive Owen for years. And
You
and
could.
then wanted him to be Bond, too. But I've wanted Clive Owen to be Bond. He even did a big spoof in Pink Panther where he was 006 or something, or
Yeah.
008.
I'm
So-
okay with him.
Not now, though. He also lends his name to a lot of terrible things now.
That's true.
I wanted him as Bond when we were talking with
Like-
Daniel Craig.
Children of Men was coming
Yeah.
out. We were like,
Yeah,
all right,
yeah.
we need Bond out there, and he
Yeah.
was like, I think I'm gonna do the
Him as the
International or
courier
whatever.
and him as against Jason Bourne in Bourne Identity. Like I wanted him.
That was
to
a
be
little
Bond.
before people knew who he was.
Right.
Born Identity was one of his like kind of first
First
things.
I mean, shoot 'em up. Proves that
Was-
he can do
Not
everything.
good.
Yes. I really love shoot 'em up.
I do
Really
too,
do.
but not because it's a good movie.
No. So he clearly has all that going for him. Now he's, like I said, he's lent his name to a few terrible things, and he's a bit on the older side. I've literally always wanted to see like Ewan McGregor and Clive Owen and Daniel Craig and a bunch of these other kind of 30s and 40s British actors, and then to be like on a good spy team
Mhm.
and have two rival teams be led by Liam Neeson and Pierce Brosnan. I've literally always wanted to see all of that
Okay,
happen.
that's a later episode. The original movie, we're talking about that. That has to
All right,
happen.
that's okay.
So we'll shelf that for later. I've had a few
Like a
origi-
British Expendables.
Yep.
That's what I want.
You know my zombie plan that I
Yeah.
have to a story. I want to make an episode on that too,
We can do that.
because we'll do a few original episodes as well. So I think that because I mean I want to make a zombie movie. It's not that of an original idea, but what would I do with a zombie movie would be
Right.
what that would be. Next one on the list is obviously just a joke.
If he's not Bond, next however long we're doing this,
Danny
I'd be
DeVito.
so upset. Make him be Bond.
Danny DeVito.
Make him be Bond right now. Who
He
made
has
this
this. I don't know who made this list, but they.
The worst list.
It is the worst.
Hush!
Shut up, my son's sleeping upstairs. Roger Moore's next up. We had Alex O'Loughlin. Don't know who that is.
He was in One for the Money with. Yeah, I don't care about her either.
Okay. Jack Whitehall.
As a British comedian.
I don't. I've seen some of his
Yes.
stuff. I don't think so. Absolutely not Pauly Shore.
1000% Pauly Shore.
So I think on this list,
You just have to pick a 2 and 3. Like,
I
you
know
have
that's what I'm going.
One,
1, and then 4 and
Andrew
5.
Lincoln.
So 2. Okay. So 1's probably Andrew Lincoln. 2 would be Fassbender. 3 would be Idris.
Mhm.
4 is not on this list, and that would be Ewan McGregor, because I actually really think he would be good now that you mentioned him.
Yes.
I was like, why is it Ewan McGregor out there?
Mhm.
And 5, I'll throw it to DiCaprio.
What?
Yeah, just do it. Just put him on the list. I don't care if it's
No.
Why not? Why not DiCaprio? The man survived a bear attack.
Sure did. did see that.
He crawled his way out of a grave to his Oscar,
I did
which
see
is
that.
the greatest. I love all the memes of him crawling and somebody pulling the Oscar on the other end, especially when the one where it was Tom Hardy, like
Right?
just pulling the Oscar. He's like, that's just great. Yeah. If we're doing a gender switch, I don't like any of the girls on this list.
There are 4, and 3 are American.
There are 5, 6,
6.
and lots of them are American, and
Yes.
none of them would be a
Are
good
good enough.
Bond. Who would
What are
be?
some other English broads that could
What
do
are
it?
yeah? Well, not even English broads. Who are some actresses who could be Bond? It's I don't know. Not Halle Berry.
No.
I don't know who you're gonna get, but just not Halle Berry. That's my pick.
Right.
Anyone but her. That was such a bad Bond. She was in. It was so bad.
I did like Bond torturing, and we had Overboats.
And we had the guy with diamonds in his face. That was
He
kind
had
of cool.
diamonds in his face.
But then we also had
Madonna.
camouflage car pulled up onto the edge and laser beams from the sky again. Which, if you go through and count how many Bonds that the bad guy has a space-based laser weapon, there's like 4.
Yeah. Nice.
GoldenEye's 1. Not Man with the. Not is it Man with the Golden Gun as well?
Yes, because he had a golden gun, but then he wanted to use it as the golden gun.
Yeah, and then there's Die Another Day and
Moonraker.
Moonraker. Yeah, there's at least 4.
That's too many.
That's a lot of. Hey, I got a space laser.
Space laser.
Don't think that should be a
We're
thing.
going to turn the moon into a Death Star.
Which of all of those?
Moon Unit Alpha and Moon Unit Zappa.
The narrowness of that reference is so good. Oh, Zappa.
Frank Zappa, you're crazy.
Yes. Charlize Theron wouldn't be a horrible pick.
No, South African.
Yeah, I just don't know. No women are just jumping out as that role.
No.
Zoe Saldana is a little. Should be a possibility. I could see her doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Rosario Dawson's a little too lanky. I know. She would. These are people that I could. That she's a little too scrawny. I think she would have to do some bulking. But I think Zoe Saldana definitely has the physicality. Absolutely has the
Probably
physicality.
high,
Yeah, she's well above that. Also Avatar. Also, I mean,
Yeah.
The Losers. Go through the list of the movies that she's
Sure.
been badass in.
I gotta watch The Losers. Do you have that?
No, I do
Oh,
not.
okay.
Which I don't know why I shouldn't. I should have The Losers. It was the
Me
first
too.
movie that Jay and I went to before we were dating.
That's precious.
So I really should get that movie.
My story with that is I got really sick one day. And I was gonna go with a different friend of mine. And I forgot to tell him, don't go to the movie because I'm not there, I'm really sick. And so he went there, and it was awkward. Because he had to watch it with Todd. And he was so upset with me for like a month after that. I should bring that up time again.
Not Natalie Portman. Which Michael J. Fox is older than Johnny Depp.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, I think it's the reason it's hard to picture that is because
Well, maybe
Michael
it's
J.
just-
Fox in our minds
Will forever be
is Marty.
Marty.
He will always be Marty. So whenever we think of him, we think of Marty. Even take Spin City out of it, take
Teen Wolf.
Teen Wolf, Mighty Ducks, all
That
of
was
them.
Emilio Estevez.
Oh, that's Emilio in all of them.
Yeah.
Man, I thought he was in the first.
They
one.
look similar.
They do look similar. Now I feel bad.
Okay.
We've had this conversation before. I knew.
Did we?
Yeah, because I've said
Were you confusing Emilio Estevez with Michael J. Fox?
I've done that before.
Awesome. I don't remember that conversation.
But I mean, we remember him as Marty.
Yes.
Johnny Depp, we remember as Jack Sparrow. As much as he's been in tons of stuff, what is his most iconic role? That
Jack Sparrow.
people throw him as Jack Sparrow.
The guy from Benny and June.
Yeah. And even if you were to say Edward Scissorhands doesn't look youthful.
No.
You know.
Scarred and weird.
Yeah. I mean, you don't remember him as a youth icon.
Kevin, I was in a movie where I had scissors for hands. Yes, I remember that.
Now, this is probably going to turn into another episode,
Sure.
but Norman Reedus just said today that he wants to be the next Ghost Rider. When they remake Ghost Rider, he wants to be Ghost Rider, and yeah.
Yes. Really would have preferred 10 years ago.
No, I don't think so.
5 years ago?
I don't know a ton about Ghost Rider. Okay.
Oh, you have it, the Nicolas Cage.
Well, and I never even saw the second one, but
Neither
I mean, I've seen some of the Ghost Rider comics and things like that, but I don't know much about his age.
Well, I mean, he is attached to a demon,
Right.
so he logically wouldn't age much.
Right, but what I'm saying is that like Norman Reedus isn't, to me, is not too old to play
Right.
that character.
Well, we had
like
Nicolas Cage
like
play the character.
Ron Perlman, yeah, I wouldn't pick him.
Right.
You know, as much as we know him as a badass biker as well. Charlie Hunnam, we also know him as a badass biker.
Right.
I don't think I would pick him as my Ghost Rider, but Norman Reedus, yeah, I could see him getting pissed at evil and kicking ass. Like, he's Norman Reedus.
Right.
He's already a
He's a
saint.
Boondock Saint. Nice! This is one of our friends.
Awesome. So, yeah, I would be okay with that. I think well, like I said, this will probably turn into a. Oh, hello. I don't know what that is. It's Liam Hemsworth in the Duel. Liam Hemsworth doing a western. I'm okay with that.
Okay.
But yeah, I would say.
Maybe join us next week when we hash out like
we're gonna hash out a Ghost Rider movie that would be good.
Yeah.
And with Norman Reedus as Ghost Rider, because hells yeah.
What if he was in the Netflix? Because they're talking about him being Ghost Rider, like doing
I'd be fine with
like
that.
a
Doing a mini series, kind of like, or a series like they did with.
yes, but more underworld like. So they want Blade. This way they do into that. So Werewolf by Night, Moon Knight, the monsters, and Ghost Rider's in that talk as well.
Yeah.
Wow. I just saw number 2, Thomason 3, 18 for him. Is that it?
That's all I'll let you see. Yeah.
Why?
Because that's who I voted for, and these are the top 3.
Oh, okay.
Oh, never mind. See all results. Ha! Right there. Fox Spitters 4.
Dan Stevens 6, Clive Owen 7, Dale 8, Daniel Goes 9. All 693 of you fucks can go away. The worst people. Jennifer Lawrence is 10. That's it with me.
Gillian Anderson is 11. That's worse.
Yeah. Luke Evans, I think it was 13 to 14.
Theo James above Andrew Lincoln. Really, people? These are young girl voters.
Yeah, that's what
that are
it
like,
is.
I want a hot bun. No, you
They're
want a
all
suave bun.
Bonds, you know.
Yes, but if you're 13 years old, who are you going to gush over?
Andrew Lincoln.
I mean, if you're a 13-year-old girl, who are you going to gush over?
Andrew Lincoln.
If you're a 13-year-old girl who doesn't like zombies.
Daniel Radcliffe. What's his name on this list?
Who?
Fucking Twilight Boy. Doesn't matter, he's not important.
Robert Pattinson?
There you go. You're gonna throw Daniel Radcliffe on this list, and Danny
Robert
DeVito.
Pattinson would be better than a lot of the people on here.
Yeah.
Not
Guy
that I-
Pearce.
He's a little old now.
We just talked about the age thing.
Just saying, he's a
Alright.
little old now.
But he would be in my Expendables British cast.
He's, yeah. British Expendables.
It's essentially what that would be.
Not as expendable.
No.
That's what that would be called.
Right.
I was trying to find the thing. Hang on.
Okay.
Trying to find the thing. The thing. It's not on there anymore. This is where I saw that Norman Reedus wanted.
Nah.
But that's fine. All right. Well, I think that's it for the bonus episode. We will catch you next Wednesday at noon with our next episode, which we are going to go flesh out right now. So we'll catch you later.
See you in the future. In the past.
Right.
Yeah.
But if you ever see like behind the scenes stuff with him, and then when he goes to
Well
award shows,
spoken.
he cleans up good. And
Right, this picture.
even this
right
picture is
there.
perfect. Like he definitely has a good look to him. He's got the nice blue eyes. He's a good looking guy too.
Mhm.
I really like him for that. Plus, I know the intensity that he brings to The Walking Dead,
Yeah.
and I know how crazy funny he is behind camera. Like when the camera's not on, he loves playing jokes and stuff. He's a very kind of funny guy. So I know that he has that side to him as well. So he's got a huge range.
I wonder if he like does the meme of himself.
Coral. Probably.
I really hope so.
Really.
And when
he's
he's ever
definitely-
talking to that kid, he's like, Coral.
Wouldn't surprise me at all. But
I
he's
hope
definitely
so.
my number one pick. Next one is Timothy Dalton, which is funny.
It's funny.
It's just funny that he's on there. Do you want to be Bond again? Like,
You know what? Why don't we throw him on? Just he will be Bond.
How old is he?
He's late 50s.
I mean, he was one of the later Bond because he was right before Brosnan.
46.
He's
So that's in
wow.
the 60s.
No, then
Closer to 70.
he's 70. Curls. I'm not gonna lie. There's something about curls that just
Yeah, I'm seeing his
disagree
slick
with
back
suave.
hair, and while it's bearded, no. I'd much rather have, if we're going of the two, I'd rather have Richard Armitage.
No. Did it again.
I did.
I gotta go do that. Okay.
Sam Riley? No.
No, just a flat out no.
No.
Looks like a greasy haired teenager. In that
He is.
picture, at least.
Is.
Now, here's my number one. Here's my vote. I agree with this one. This is who I voted for. Andrew Lincoln. If you don't know Andrew Lincoln, he is currently on Walking Dead. He is Frank Grimes.
Rick Grimes.
Rick Grimes.
from The
Frank
Simpsons.
Grimes from The Simpsons. He is Rick Grimes.
Okay.
And he's... Most people don't know that he's British.
Right.
Um,
Well, I first saw him in Love Actually years ago, and apparently, like, he has a very famous voice around England.
Mhm.
He does a lot of whatever ads,
Yep.
and so they all know his voice. I am okay with him. I like him as Bond.
It's hard to picture because the main thing we've seen him from is Walking Dead, where he's
He's
always
grizzly
just
and
grizzly
southern.
and southern and gritty. This year he's 70. Yeah.
Already is 70.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's already 70. Sorry.
He doesn't look it.
I mean, that's not a current picture. That's from.
No, I know, but even from Hot Fuzz, he didn't look it. He kind of looks it there. Not really though. When was that?
I think that's him.
2010. Yeah, that is because Paul Bettany's over yonder.
Yeah, no, he's not Bond.
Could be a bad guy.
Yeah, he could be a bad guy. He's not Bond anymore. Like, sorry, buddy.
No one wants the 70-year-old Bond.
Nobody wants a 70-year-old Bond.
The reason we got rid of Roger Moore is because no one liked making up the 50-year-old Bond.
Yeah.
And they were all 20.
Yeah. Sorry. James Norton.
I don't know who that is.
I don't either. Looking
Looks
at
like
his
Matt Smith, though, from Doctor Who.
kind of is. If you took Matt Smith and made him uglier,
Yes.
his eyes are too close together.
Wage.
Nah, I want to go.
I
and say
wanted
that.
Clive Owen for years. And
You
and
could.
then wanted him to be Bond, too. But I've wanted Clive Owen to be Bond. He even did a big spoof in Pink Panther where he was 006 or something, or
Yeah.
008.
I'm
So-
okay with him.
Not now, though. He also has lent his name to a lot of terrible things now.
That's true.
Definitely very English character, so for him to be played by an American, I don't know. When I first heard that, I was like, yes, that makes sense, but at the same time, why are you throwing... And we threw Kevin Costner Robin Hood. Like, that's
Yeah.
not
So.
good casting. I want someone from the UK.
Okay.
Must be English, Scottish, Irish.
He kind of has a
Welsh.
decent look. I don't know.
Touch too young.
I don't know who this is. Matthias.
I just looked him up because I don't know who he is either, and he's French/Dutch and has done nothing I've seen.
Okay, so he's out. Damian Lewis.
I like him. He was in Dreamcatcher.
Yeah. I don't know that I'd pick him for Bond, though.
Bond villain.
Yeah.
He's on Homeland right now. He's doing really, really well.
Aiden Turner.
One of the dwarves in The Hobbit.
Okay.
It's a good pick, actually.
Okay.
I think he was the prettier one. The one who fell in love with
Ah, okay.
Evangeline Lilly.
That
I think it is.
not as bad.
Pretty sure.
Well, let's just take a look then. What's that? Oh, Kelly. Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that is who he was. I kind of don't like. And we're back. Good deal. So, I know almost nothing about all
Jack
these guys.
Houston is part of the Houston family. So he's the son of Danny Houston and nephew to Angelica Houston. Danny Houston was in, he's been many things. Houston.
Oh, he was
He's
an
been
American
quite
Hustle.
around a bit. Not English though. No, he is. Really. Interesting. Yeah, I know he's in Kill Your Darlings. That was a good movie.
I love that you keep saying not English. How many Bonds have been English?
Within the United Kingdom. Or George Lazenby, who's Australian.
I'm just saying, like,
And I understand
none of them are
like
actually
a lot of
English.
our American superheroes are English now, from England and otherwise, Thor being Australian.
Everyone from The Walking Dead.
And yes, Norman Reedus excluded. And we did throw Robert Downey Jr. Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah.
And traditionally